Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Eagle 340 DROK, or D-Rock as we like to call it. Beautiful travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. Of course, over here on your campsite, your slide, and then even further out will be your awnings. So leave plenty of room for them to come in and out unhindered. Then over here on your off campsite, I also want you to think about all three of these slides. Leave plenty of room for them to come in and out, preferably nothing hanging over top of them, and then give yourself a nice walking path here, because the next thing I need you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to be right above your rear tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And your docking station, all your water, it's gonna be right here at the front. That holds up by a magnet. Make sure you got it up there good. So park your cord in so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you're gonna do after unhooking your hitch is level your unit. The unit comes with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night, retract or extend to raise, retract to lower. I do recommend on a unit this size, got your slides in, find the center of your unit, put a stick on level, and have someone watch that while you run your power tongue jack. Now if you lose power, underneath this rubber stopper is a manual override for a hand crank we have in here. Kind of hard to do one-handed, excuse me. But this will get your jack up and down if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose as you're coming down the road. Once we got our unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. Now your unit is equipped with power stabilizing jacks. You're going to come up inside the unit. Directly up here on the board is your BM Pro. There's a BM Pro app that you're going to have to download to your phone. Show you how to work this thing. Just touch up here to get everything to come on. Come down here to your arrows. We're going to find, there's off, pair it to your device, awning 1, awning 2, jacks 2, extend. Now you have someone standing out there watching your jacks come down. I recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. A good investment to protect your stabilizing jack's feet. Put them down. Run these. Have someone watch these and run these down just until they're taut. Now remember, our unit's already level, so all we're going to do at this point is stabilize it. So get them down just until they're taut. Then you have rear ones as well. So you come up here to jacks 3, you're going to hit extend on that. Not going to extend them all the way, I'm just going to come back here and show you them coming down. Run them down. Once we got all 4 of our feet down, we're level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Over here, On your off campsite again, above your tire, is your power. So big long 50 amp cord plugs in back here. Should you need it at a campsite, your convenience pack is a 50 to 30 amp adapter. And if you ever need to plug it at home or any other 110, here's a 30 to 110 adapter. Got your power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up your water. Remember, our slides are still in at this point. So they've made it real easy over here. Get where you can see all this. There we go. So at the campsites, we're going to go city water. Blue to the right, green to the left. We're going to hook up city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Make sure your setting's right, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. So in the rear of your unit, up here on the right, is your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, watch this whole thing will lift right off here, is make sure our drain plug's back in. Throw some plumber's tape around there, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Plumber's tape, get that in there, nice and snug. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if the hose has been on for a little while, we can go ahead and deploy our slides at this time if you need to get to any of your water. Turn on your water spigots, get all the air out of the lines. Once the air is out of the lines, you got a nice steady flow of water. Shut them off, then you can turn on your hot water heater indoors. I'll show you where to do that when we go in there. Down here is an on-off electric element. The only time you ever want to turn this on out here is if you are hooked up to 110. Up here, if your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, look at these right here and see if they're bubbled out. If they are, simply press them back in. They're a reset valve. All right, let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna hook up at a city camp. We're gonna go ahead and go dry docking somewhere. Well, in that case, we're gonna fill up our freshwater tank. So we're gonna go starting with tank fill. Green to the left, blue down. Fill it in the same spot. The way to tell when this is full is go inside and hold down your freshwater tank button. It's right where you check the levels of your battery, freshwater, black and gray tanks. Hold that freshwater button down. That'll tell you when your freshwater tank is full. Then you remove your hose, switch this to dry camp, green down, blue to the right, and then turn on your water pump. Several places to turn on your water pump here, and 2 other places on your control panel indoors. Now remember, don't turn on your water pump when you're using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we got our water hooked up. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. In this docking station, you do have a light should you arrive at night. Solar charged. You can plug in a solar panel right here and it'll trickle charge your batteries. You have a hot and cold shower out here with a hose that'll connect to that. Down here is your hot water bypass. There's normal. Put it to bypass if you're winterizing the unit. Over here is where your cable, satellite, and auxiliary hook up. Again, one spot to turn on your water pump. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump your black tank. Again, your settings to winterize it, sanitize. When you winterize and sanitize, over on this side, that actually sucks the fluid in. Black and gray holding tanks. A little flap that you can run all your hoses down through. You pass through storage up here. Some controls out here that you can actually control your awning lights as well as bring up these stabilizing jacks. So other than inside, you can also do the rear and front stabilizing jacks from here. And continue bringing them up real quick. All right, coming around in front of the unit, your propane does have a brand new cover getting ready to put on it. There's a regulator here. Simply point this toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Should turn to green, which means it's got gas. When that runs out, that'll turn red. Again, your batteries. For a battery disconnect, did not see one. Here it is. So we got lighting in here as well. Tire pressure monitor. Battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to your unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. This is a manual override for your slides. Hand crank for your tongue jack as well as your spare tire. Tire pressure monitoring system. I am actually going to send you a video directly from TST truck showing you how to set that up. You set a TV out here, put a table out here, plug in the 110 and cable, a couple outdoor speakers, a night light for your steps, your other outdoor speaker. Come back, here's your spare tire manual crank, that's where that goes in. Spare tire right there. The outdoor kitchen again holds up with magnets. Simply pull this out, take your quick connect hose here, connect right there and right there. Inside here, Furrion makes a Bluetooth speaker that'll connect onto here and your lighting. Also cable out here. Remember to lock your outdoor kitchen when traveling. Again on the back, your hot water heater. Got a ladder here, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk them. Maintain the roof of this trailer, you're gonna maintain the life of it. You also prep for a Furrion backup camera. Should you decide to get a backup camera for this, it's a device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicating with this device they put on there to give you a backup camera. Over here on your off-camp side, got some storage. Again, your power. And this is a flue for your furnace. Two things on this, make sure nothing's ever blocking it. And if you are running your furnace, steer clear, that will get hot. Some low point drains underneath here. You have 4 spots to dump low point drains on this. 2 there, 1 here. Black tank flush, we'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks when we're done, leaving the campsite. And the last low point drain underneath here. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Big beautiful awning. So you know, those are templates to show if you ever decide to get slide toppers for those. Coming up inside your unit, first thing I always like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Talk about your awning real quick. We've been to the control panel. We're gonna go back down here to awning number 1. I'm gonna extend that and show you. You only want to run these out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your brown bar. Same thing on the rear one. That will extend itself past that. So keep an eye on it when you run it out and make sure you don't run it out too far. It'll actually run itself out and start winding itself up backwards. No one's designed one that doesn't stop when you need it to, so again, keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Alright, your awning's in. Go ahead and talk about your control panel again here. Close this door. So from the home page, you can control your temperature, your lighting, your motors, your tanks, or your energy. Or you can do that all here. Starting at the top, check your tanks. Next one down is your motors. You can control your slides from here. Scroll this up. All your slides, your front jacks, and your rear jacks. Temperature. Turn on cool. Turn it on. Hear the AC kick on. Shut that off. AC shuts off quickly. Turn it on. Change our mode to heat. Turn temperature up. Hear that kick on. Now you notice when I shut the heat off, it'll take a couple seconds or minutes for the heat fan to run through its cycle. A little slower than it does on the AC. Here's all your lighting. It's all one touch. Shut off all your lighting from here or turn it on. Down here you check your tire pressure, and here's what you're running off the system. Lighting, everything on, outdoor on, or both indoor and outdoor. Turn on your water pump here. We ran through that. This is where it's wired for solar. This is a template for the techs to use if you ever decide to wire this for solar. You see a few of these through the unit. They are a temperature reader. It helps the thermostat work better. Continuing into the living room here, your big residential fridge. Self-explanatory microwave. Does have a light, high and low, and a high and low vent. Coming down here, your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Simply put that back, turn on your panel light, up for up here. Turn that to light, hit your spark. When your gas is turned on, your light here. Same thing on your oven, no need for a pilot light on these. Turn that to light, light it here, then set it to the desired temperature. Your panel light down here becomes an oven light by flicking it down. You can also control some lighting from here. Here's your big insignia television. Turn that on. You have a couple of straps for travel here. But before that, I want to pull this out a little bit and show you back here. When you get to the campsite, before you run your digital channel scan, make sure this green button is on. That is a digital channel enhancer, and it will allow you to pick up more channels. And then you'll see when you push this back, you'll lock onto here. Once that's back there, go ahead and put your straps on here for travel. That'll hold your TV nice and snug. Remote for that will be right here in this top drawer. Below that, your Jbl Sound System. These are the best sound systems I've seen in any of the trailers. So we come on here, the volume. So 3 zones, A, B, and C, indoors, front room, and outdoors. Get some music here. So scan, found a channel. Here you can shut off indoors, turn up in the back room, and then outdoors. Or all 3. AM, FM, Bluetooth, USB, auxiliary. Nice system. Down here, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing is the heat, folks. If you're plugged in at a campsite and it's a little chilly in the morning or evening, turn this on instead of using your gas. This will get it toasty in here in no time. All of your seating here is parachute pull. Simply pull up on this for your recliner. Your table legs and tabletops will go in here. Oh, let's go to your island here. You have a 110 with GFCI reset here. A pop-up power port. On the end here is your freshwater drinking station. You turn this on here after you fill that jug right there. So that way you know you always have fresh water to drink, even if you don't like the water at the campsites. You can utilize that through this by turning that water pump on. Let's go back into your bunk room now. Going back in here to your bedroom. You are prepped for a TV back here as well. Bathroom area. All your lighting and fan. Bottom one's your fan. Open here. Make sure this is put up here for travel. Nice and snug. Same thing on your shower door. Make sure that this is snapped back before you take off anywhere. One more spot. Make sure this is snapped back up here. In your bed area, you can control all of your lighting. So if you're in bed at night and you realize you left everything on, you can shut off all the interior or all the exterior just from this button. You have storage under your bed as well. Huge storage area. On hydraulics, so it stays up for you. This is your emergency exit window. Another place to control lighting. You can also control this slide from back here. I'll hit retract real quick just to show you. We'll run that back in here shortly. Come back in here to your bathroom. Down here on the floor here is going to be your breaker box and fuses. Looks like you got a ton of 15s in there. I highly recommend you have a handful of those with you when you go camping. More lighting in here. Fan up there. Turn that on. Before going into the bedroom. Lastly, up in here, to the left of your fireplace is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mentioned this is 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking, dry docking somewhere, nothing plugged in charges your battery. If you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect, otherwise this will run your battery down while you're gone. Now let's head up into your front living room. Back in your front living room here, again, area to turn on and off all your lights. Television over here, remote right there. Show you quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Simply remove your back velcroed backs, set them to the side, lift this up in the middle, open up your legs, pull that towards you, and lay your back down. Just that quickly. You have another sleeping area up here. Reverse the process by putting the back up first. Jackknife this back down. Return your cushions. And just that quickly, you're back to a sofa. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. So first thing I like to say is doors and drawers. Make sure that all your doors and drawers are secure. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Make sure this is snapped back here. Your other bedroom door snaps here. That door's secure. I like to come here and hit number 1. That'll shut off all my interior lights. And then I can see if I've left any individual lighting on. None. Got some back here to shut off. Now all of our lights are off. We can come back here and we know we can control all of our lights from number 1. Let's go to slide number 4. Retract. Number 4 is your living room here. See the importance of having that door back down there. Slide number 3, retract. It's going to be our bedroom back there. You'll hear when it's done. You'll hear a little clunking noise at the end. That's okay to hear. It's nothing grinding. That's just the slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further. You can hear that from here. Slide number 2, retract. Our other living room slide, kitchen side. See the importance of having every doors and drawers closed. These utilize every inch. And slide number 1, retract. Make sure all your doors are closed over there. And once this slides in, you can hit number 1, shuts off all of our interior lighting. Now, it's important on these steps when bringing them up that you have your exterior door all the way open, otherwise this can catch on it. Fold that up in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. Your door is secure for travel. At this point, we'll unhook our cable, our water, and our power. We can come inside here, bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Now we can dump some low point drains. If we are boondocking, we're going to dump this one here under our docking station. This low point drain here. Right up underneath there are going to be your camp ones. Low point drains here. Freshwater. And your black and gray holding back here. Once you've dumped all of our waters, oh, I forgot our hot water heaters back here on the rear. We're going to come to our hot water heater. We're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of the hot water out of here. Make sure you snap that back down, otherwise your door won't go back on there. And then you can pull your drain plug and put your door back on. Hook up your hitch and head on up to your dump station. Now you got 2 dumps on this. You can buy a bigger, stronger, longer hose and hook them both up at the same time. You've got one up here and one back here. But regardless of where you hook up, back here is where we get a start. So park accordingly. Your first dump is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit, and your other one's going to be just ahead of the tires. Starting here on the rear of the unit, first thing you're going to do is pull your black handle. There'll be a handle right here on the right. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, so your black tank flush for that rear dump is right here. Leave that black handle open. Hook up the hose at the dump station, again with your water pressure regulator, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Come back here, close that black handle, and pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean that out for you some. That's going to hit your rear bathroom. Then your mid or front bath up here. Gonna hook up our sewage hose here. We're gonna dump from up here. Again, we'll start by pulling our black handle. Someone can, if it not just the sound like it's empty, if someone's inside and holds down the black tank, it'll tell when this is full or empty. Once that is empty, again, leave that open. Run this black tank flush. Once that's done, close this black handle, pull this gray, close that gray, open this gray. Again, these are cleaner showers, sinks in your cleaner waters, your sinks in your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Store that away in a nice, convenient, safe, sanitary place. Hook up and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Eagle for many years to come. Happy camping.